Here, I will repeat those thanks again on behalf of the government of Kenya. We do appreciate the partnership and the patriotism of the press, civil society organizations, which are a number. Here, the county government of Kilifi, humanitarian and human rights organizations, government officials of the county government, national government, the experts who are helping us in a very sensitive of the bodies of our compatriots, fellow Kenyans who met their death in this horrible and heinous crime. Everybody here, volunteers and everyone else I have not mentioned, please feel appreciated. So the government of Kenya is happy and appreciates your patriotism and your support. I am here today, we return here today. I've come with a number of senior officers from the Ministry of Interior. Our teams here, the Deputy Inspector General of Police is here, Nur Gabo, who is in charge of the administration of police. From the ministry we have the Principal Administrative Secretary, Ann Getich, is here, and Wilson Jega, the Secretary for Internal Security. And of course, we are joining the colleagues who are here, the teams which are here, which have done a great job, led by the Regional Commissioner for Coast, Roda Onyancha, and the other teams from the police and other agencies. And I want to really appreciate everyone. So we are here first and foremost and thank you, Governor and Senator, and the other political leaders who are here for also joining the teams here and supporting us and helping us actually even to calm the community, which I'm sure is gravely affected, the local community, even if we have victims from all over the country. The place where these crimes have been committed, I think, have impacted much more on the local community, who must be very traumatized. So thank you very much for supporting us and supporting the country by calming the community and also standing in solidarity with the rest of Kenyans. So we are here to support the teams here and also to assess progress on a number of activities that are going here. First of all, this area is an active security operation area. It is also an area where we are implementing search and rescue process, which also is ongoing. And so that's why we are here. Last time when I was here, I think I gazetted Chakama Ranch, the entire 50,000 acres, which includes the 800 acres allegedly owned by one of the main. So the entire 50,000 acres, which is a Chakama Ranch, is now a gazetted security operation zone. It is a disturbed area, and I say so because due to the classification of this area as a security operation zone and also as standards. Limited even by international law because they involve or they constitute outrages against human dignity, because these are bodies of people's loved ones, people's relatives, mothers, fathers, children, neighbors, friends, and so there is a limit at what even the security agencies themselves can do. Context of what is happening here. Number two, the exhumation is a legal aimed at collecting law. So it's done in a particular way, using particular methods, and applying certain professional believe that there are criminals who are holed up in some of the bushes within the area, the operation area. And the information we have is that those criminals are armed with crude weapons to harm people. The preliminary reports we are getting is that some of the victims may not have died of starvation, which was one of the methods of death. There were others hurting them just by physical and preliminary observations. Of course, we are waiting for post-mortem results. The scientists are here. I've seen the chief government pathologist is here. Johnson Odor, Dr. Odor, I think, is here, and the other teams that have been working here. So we, therefore, will be limiting those to the search and rescue, because it's a security operation. But I have directed the team here to work with partners, civil society, and see how involvement by public, non-governmental public institutions, perhaps unlimited numbers of members of the press, because again, we do not want supervising the deaths of their country, their fellow countrymen, and they are telling us it is the work of God that they are doing. I don't know which God, the God of death, so that you understand where we are coming from. Now, of course, the government of the Republic of Kenya sends its sympathies. Absolutely most painful and perhaps one of the most devastating and darkest moments of our country. We have been hit like this before, severally, maybe not in this manner, but our country has been attacked by other types of terrorists. There are other types of terrorists who have attacked us before. And every time we have been attacked, our country has pulled together and come out of it. I am happy to report that in the fight against armed terror, we have been able to keep that threat at bay for a while. And I want to assure the country, as I will go to whatever lengths, together with all the colleagues and agencies that are in this sector, to make sure that Kenya in the fight against terror. But this is another form of terror, perpetuated by people waving the Holy Scriptures and chanting out terrorists. I therefore want to ask once more for the solidarity of every Kenyan and friends of Kenya who are not Kenyans to stand with us. Purporting that we will fear them because they are quoting God and they are quoting scriptures, and therefore we are going to treat them the way we have treated Al-Shabaab and other threats to our national security. This is a tragedy like no other. This is a low moment for Kenya. And I am informed there are still some religious leaders out there making funny comments about what is happening here and trying to insinuate that perhaps what the government the right of the freedom of worship. And maybe I would assume that those who are making those comments think that we will retreat from news for them. That through one of you, a Mr. Mackenzie and a Mr. Ezekiel, who we are also processing, you have hurt us and you have succeeded. But this is the last we are going to have this kind of thing in this country. Are trying to tell us they know God more than the rest of us. I want to tell them, it doesn't matter who you know, here in Kenya, out there in the world, or even in the spiritual realm, we don't care whom you know. We will come for you. You are a murderer. We will come for you heavy and hard. And there is no turning back. It doesn't know. It doesn't matter whom they are associated with, who they know, the influence they have, the money they have. We do not care. We treat them the way we treat other murderers. Allow me to again say that the government has decided to take additional measures to strengthen the operation which is taking place here. And I would like to announce the following new and additional measures. Number one, to support the search and rescue within the 800 Shakahola forest, 800 acres Shakahola forest, and the entire Chakama Ranch, which is 50,000 acres. The government has upscaled the operation with more personnel, and at the same time, the government will, in addition to the ongoing land-based search, we will also start an air search to make sure that by use of air personnel and air technology, we are able to expedite the search and rescue. The two teams, the teams in the air, the teams on the ground, to ensure that we save every life that can be saved from the ordeal that has been going on in this place. Number two, with regard to the legal process of exhumation of bodies, we have not been able to carry out the activity today because of rains. The experts have advised us that the procedure of doing
Invest and build at Optiven's ultimate solution for genuine property ownership fused with luxury living and affordability. With our fully stocked supermarket of value-added residential and commercial properties in prime locations across the country, we cater to all your needs. Some of our projects include Achievers Paradise in Ngong, Ushindi Gardens in Nakuru, Great Oasis Gardens in Nanyuki, Kidhimani Springs along the Thika Garissa Road, Hekima Gardens in Nyeri, Garden of Joy in Machakos, Wema Gardens in Narumoro, Tulivu Gardens at Konza Technopolis, and Love Gardens, Kajiado County.